Hello, gentlemen traders and investors. Analytical service with you, System.GURU.Markets. We start with general information about the company. Let's look at each indicator in more detail a little further. If you want, you can pause the video. We invite you to consider each indicator of the corporation in question carefully. Now let's look at the company's current performance. Bit Digital Incorporated, ticker BTBT. Review based on data as of April 20th, 2025. By classification Guru.Markets company Bit Digital Inc. belongs to the subcategory Crypto. 36 organizations take part in the comparison, which is very representative. We will see the order table towards the end of the video. The overall result for the company is as follows: 8 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 1.1 points. If you look very broadly, within the entire market as a whole, we'll see the average result for the stock market as a whole is 1.8 points. Against the score of 8 points Bit Digital Inc. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price, Bit Digital Incorporated, and subcategory shares, we will see that in 12 months the shares Bit Digital Incorporated showed dynamics of minus 2.5%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory of 9.6%. This definitely doesn't mean anything, but you need to keep this fact in mind. Market capitalization of the company Bit Digital Incorporated valued at $0.32 billion. With a subcategory market capitalization of $66 billion. Bit Digital Incorporated has a share of 0.488% and is one of the very small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.45 billion. The subcategory's balance sheet capitalization is $26 billion. Bit Digital Incorporated constitutes a share of 1.729%. By comparing the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we can see the following. Share Bit Digital Incorporated in the subcategory in case of market capitalization assessment is 0.488%. The book value is 1.729%. This is a 254% increase in market capitalization share. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory, good, 1 point. The company under study has financial liabilities of $0.013 billion. Debt to book capitalization amounts to 2.9% of capital. Result on the level of the company's financial obligations, very good, 2 points. The company's stock market value to earnings ratio is 11.5. The average in the subcategory is 57, which is 80% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's market price to profit indicators in comparison with organizations of the subcategory, very good, 2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was $28 million. Future earnings for the coming 12 months are tentatively expected to be $45 million. And this is 58.6% more than now. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison with in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. The balance of company value to revenue corresponds to 3. The average for subcategory 4 is 25% lower than the average for subcategory. Assessment of the market price to revenue indicator in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $110 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is expected to be $150 million. This is 36% more than now. Assessment of projected future sales indicators in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The margin is 26.1%, with an average in the subcategory of 7.1%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 19%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 0.68%, which is 39% more than the share of market capitalization. And this reflects the discrepancy between the market value of the company BIT Digital Inc., rather towards underestimation. The amount of capital for each employee of the company is equal to $6,000 and $24,000. And for the subcategory, $8,396,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's indicators is 28.3%. Assessment of the company's capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The volume of profit per individual employee of the company is $524,100, with an average for the subcategory of $147,200. And the difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 256%. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The revenue per individual employee of the company is $2,000. In the subcategory, $2,000 and $78,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 4%. Estimation of revenue for each company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The volume of short transactions corresponds to 19.8%, with an average for the subcategory of 9.7%. This is an indicator of the risk of a short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 36% for the company BIT Digital Incorporated. Whereas in the subcategory the RSI level, 14, is 45%. On average, securities of the subcategory are valued higher than those of the company BIT Digital Inc. The actual valuation of the company's shares is approximately $1.79. The consensus price target for the company's shares is approximately $6.93. The difference between the current price and the consensus forecast is approximately 288%. Let's go to the order table. It is available to everyone. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions publicly made in a given season by the information and reference evaluation system Guru.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the analysis of the company BIT Digital Incorporated. Reference rating system Guru.Markets, a decision has been made. Open a trade for an increase at a price of $1.78 per share. The deal was opened due to the fact that the company has a fairly high rating. The organization was assessed using the assessment methodology, the Akeem's Index. Take profit is set at 2.33. Stop loss is set at 1.23. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss. In this case, the order is closed automatically based on the results of the exchange session on May 20th, 2025, or on the last trading day before this date. Ticker, WULF, will become a balancing trade for sale. A video on the balancing transaction will be or has already been published on the channel. when closing one of the orders, basic or balancing. The opposite order is fixed at the actual price. Thank you all very much for watching this video and for using the information system. Guru Markets. You all really are the coolest audience on the planet.